Hey there, fellow adventurers, and welcome back to The Last Living Prepper. In today's video, we will be discussing the Get You Out of Trouble car kit. We are going to present a list of items which may help you survive a car accident, a breakdown, or simply being strained while traveling in your car. You can also encounter roadworks, get lost in strange neighborhoods, have to change a flat tire in the rain, or hit a falling branch on a windy day. Whatever the case, remember about the safety of the passengers traveling with you. Get them out of the vehicle safely. Ensure that passengers keep away from the carriageway and hard shoulder, and children are kept under control. Think of all other road users as well. Put a warning triangle, which is the first item on our list. Place the triangle at least 45 meters behind your broken down vehicle. In the UK, it is against law to use warning triangles on a motorway, which clearly states the official highway code. The warning triangle is a safety device that is used to alert other drivers on the road of a potential hazard or obstruction ahead, so that they can slow down or take evasive action to avoid a collision. Some countries require drivers to carry a warning triangle in their vehicles at all times. It is always a good idea to check the local regulations before setting out on a road trip. You can use other permitted warning devices on the road, such as road flares. They have powerfully bright, solid, and rotating colored LED lights that make sure your vehicle is highly visible to other motorists and emergency personnel in the daytime, nighttime, and rainy, snowy, or foggy weather. Also, keep a few LED flares in the house to provide illumination when the power goes out. Next on the list is a waterproof poncho. If you need to fix something in your car on the road and it is raining, you may need a good quality poncho. There are a lot of options to choose from, such as disposable, lightweight, and cheap poncho made out of polyethylene or heavy-duty made from durable PVC-coated polyester material waterproof poncho. It all depends on your needs and preferences. Ponchos are inexpensive and can be used to keep you and your gear dry during a downpour and protect you from the elements, as an emergency shelter or to collect rainwater. They are also lightweight and easily packable, taking up minimal space in a car kit. If you have children, you may want to get some ponchos for them as well. On the downside, they're not particularly practical in windy weather, and the one-size-fits-all approach won't suit everyone. Another thing you should have in your car kit is an emergency survival blanket. The blankets work to keep you warm by their very design. As an impermeable metallized plastic sheet, they trap up to 90% of the radiated body heat that would normally be dispersed into the environment. So they mainly keep you warm with the heat you're already always generating and losing. They are waterproof and windproof, which keeps precip from drenching you or gusts from stripping warmth from your skin. They also keep your sweat from evaporating, another source of heat loss. Their low weight and compact size before unfurling make them ideal when space or weight are at a premium. They may be included in first aid kits and with camping equipment. Now let's talk about safety essentials. Hi-viz jacket, fire extinguisher, and first aid kit. High visibility clothing is any clothing worn that is highly luminescent in its natural matte property, or a color that is easily discernible from any background. Health and safety regulations often require the use of high visibility clothing, as it is a form of personal protective equipment. Colors other than yellow or orange may not provide adequate luminescence for conformity to standards such as ISO 2471. As a form of personal protective equipment, high visibility clothing is worn to increase a person's visibility and therefore prevent accidents caused by persons not being seen. Next is a fire extinguisher. Always have one in your car. According to the Royal Automobile Club, the best type of car fire extinguisher uses dry powder and has a rating of BC or ABC. The extinguisher should also carry the BS Kite mark to prove its certification, as well as a CE mark. You should store it in an easy-to-access place and make sure it's secured so that it doesn't roll around or bump against objects, as this can build excess pressure within the cylinder. The handy 600-gram and 900-gram powder fire extinguishers extinguish the major types of fire associated with vehicles, and they are safe to use around live electrical equipment. Because of their slender, compact size, they are easy to store, either under the passenger seat or fitted to a mounted bracket. And a first aid kit? That's your go-to for handling minor injuries or more serious medical emergencies while you wait for help. A significant proportion of injuries caused by road accidents are serious. A first aid kit could save someone's life and help lessen the impact of injury until the emergency services arrive. At the very least, a first aid kit will provide comfort and relief to people with less critical injuries. The benefits of having a first aid kit in your car aren't limited to road accidents. Having a first aid kit in your car means that you are always prepared to treat wounds while you are traveling. Just knowing that you have first aid provisions nearby can be a source of great comfort, particularly on adventurous days or family days out with children who are more prone to minor injuries. You can put any first aid kit in your car, though it is advisable to have a kit which covers all the basics without taking up too much space. The British Standard guides the size of first aid kits recommended for cars, dependent on the number of passengers. We discussed the content of the first aid kit in our previous video 12 essential items to keep at home for SafeTF situation. For serious car accidents, use a glass breaker. It is a hand tool designed to break through a window glass in an emergency. It is a common safety device found in vehicles to aid in the emergency extrication of occupants from a vehicle, as well as in some buildings. Most glass breakers are standalone devices containing a sharp-pointed metal tip for glass-breaking tempered glass, and many also feature a sharp shielded knife for slicing through seatbelts. There are also many examples of glass breakers being built into other tools, such as flashlights or multi-tools. Glass breakers come in two main styles: hammer and spring-loaded. Glass breakers can also be distinguished into categories based on size and whether they are intended to remain stationary in the vehicle or everyday carry by a person. Compared to emergency hammers such as those used in buses, glass breakers for personal use are generally smaller in size. There are many variations of glass breakers on the market: seatbelt cutter, ligature knife with no open cutting surface may be incorporated into the device. The glass breaker was invented in 1932 by Oscar Nisbet and Tobias Hockaday in the Chicago area. They were originally used by the notorious criminals Nisbet and Hockaday to steal from expensive vehicles until their arrest in 1941, in which the glass breaker was now being mass-produced. If you are in the situation when you need to perform some quick repairs on your car, a headlamp, Multitool, and WD-40 plus some duct tape may be useful. Headlamps are extremely handy because you'll be able to work without having to hold a flashlight in one hand. A high-quality headlamp will have different modes and light levels. Look for one that has bright and low lights as well as flashing modes for safety. And just like a regular flashlight, make sure to keep your headlamp charged up or keep spare batteries on hand. A multi-tool is a hand tool that combines several individual functions in a single unit. The idea of incorporating several tools in one unit is very old, dating back at least as far as Middle Roman times. Many of these were used for eating. Multi-tools offer a wide range of functions, including knife, saw and bottle opener, pliers, screwdrivers, wire cutters, and more. It's durable and compact, making it a great all-around choice. Remember, it is against the law in the UK to carry a locking knife. If you decide to carry a knife or use a multi-tool with a knife, it must be a folding knife that is both non-locking and has a cutting edge of less than 7.6 centimeters, what equals 3 inches. These are knives that you can carry around with you in a public space. As for WD-40 and duct tape, WD-40 is a penetrating oil spray. It's not a caustic rust remover or some aggressive chemical. Just a water-displacing oil spray, and it's generally pretty safe for paint, chrome, rubber, glass, body plastics, most materials cars are made out of. WD-40 can prevent or delay wear, protect surfaces, lubricate stuck parts, and clean other components. It can displace excess moisture from flooded engines, make nuts and bolts easier to detach, lubricate auto hood latches. Overall, you may find very helpful to have WD-40 in your car kit, as the list of use is endless. Having a duct tape in your car can help to put back in place some loose parts and cables. You can secure a broken car window or windshield. When the bottom of your car is detached and dragging on the ground, using the duct tape may be a temporary solution. Duct taping your car hood is also an option. A part of all the items mentioned above, it is essential to include in your car kit batteries. You can use them for your headlamp. Get a battery caddy to keep all the batteries in on place. Portable car tire. Inflator is a compact and lightweight device to inflate tires and various other inflatables on the go. The tire inflators function by converting electric energy into potential energy, which is then stored as pressurized air. It is a convenient and practical tool for motorists to maintain proper tire pressure and inflate tires during emergencies, travel, or outdoor activities. Every driver must have faced a situation where the tires were softer or underinflated during the trip, or the car is in the parking lot, garage for too long, and has a flat tire. Unlike motorbikes, which can be stopped at a roadside for inflation or taken immediately to a motorbike garage, as a driver, you need to prepare yourself with a tire inflator so that you can use it immediately when needed. When choosing a tire inflator, consider the tire inflator capacity suitable for tire size. Tire inflator capacity is the amount of air that is pumped into the tire over a period of time. If the inflator has a large capacity, the tire is inflated faster, whereas a small pump needs more time to inflate the tire. Therefore, if your vehicle uses large tires, it is advisable to choose a large capacity inflator to reduce the time of inflation. Meanwhile, a small capacity inflator will be more suitable for vehicles that only use tires with small wheel diameters. The tire inflator design is suitable for the tire size. There are many tire inflator designs available for you to buy. Drivers should choose depending on the type of tire, habits, or conditions when inflating. Vehicles with large tires will need electric tire inflator to ensure large capacity, which is enough air and save human effort. Electric tire inflators are divided into two types: 12-volt electric mini inflators on cars and an inflator connected to battery power. Some inflators run on rechargeable batteries attached to the inflator body. Because the battery is integrated with small cars, from 7 seats or less so, the capacity of the inflator is quite small. The inflator size is proportional to the tire. Large diameter tires used in vehicles such as pickups, SUVs, and crossovers need to be inflated a lot. Tire inflator sizes are also large to ensure a strong operating capacity. Meanwhile, sedans or MPV family cars often use tires of moderate diameter. The amount of air to be pumped is not as large as sports cars off-road. The inflator recommended for these vehicles is a smaller size to reduce costs and has a moderate capacity. Tire inflator with LED light. Sports cars, road trips for racers conquering long distances, will often travel for many days. In case the tires soften at night, do not forget to bring a tire inflator with LED light. A compact mini inflator that can be stored in the car trunk with LED lighting is the most suitable for this vehicle. In addition, the inflator with LED light is also convenient in many cases of inflating tires in dark places. Reputable brand and origin. Each tire manufacturer usually produces a tire inflator specifically for that vehicle. Because of understanding of each vehicle, the manufacturer designs the inflator with compatible features. For example, there are inflators branded Toyota, Japan AIK, Mini Xiaomi Mijia. Now, let's talk about the situation when your car won't start because it has a flat battery. If this is the case, you need to use a jump starter. They work by transferring power directly from the portable battery to a vehicle's discharged battery. Jump starters don't charge your battery, but instead provide the necessary power to crank the engine and start the vehicle. Once the engine is on, the alternator will charge the battery. There are several popular types of the jump starters available on the market: traditional lead-acid battery style, lithium-ion battery style, and supercapacitor style jump starters. For the car kit, preferable is lithium-ion battery type. They are built with one of several styles of lithium-ion battery in them. Although mostly similar, there are differences in the battery style that can relate to the battery's performance. The main advantage of the lithium-ion style of jump starter is their size and weight. They are very compact and portable. A periodic charge to top them up is all that is needed to maintain them, and can usually be recharged up to 1,000 times. They can be drained completely without damaging the battery. The batteries are a very high power-to-weight ratio and can also be used as an energy source. Overall, they are lightweight and provide a good balance of power, energy, life cycle, and safety. Lithium-ion jump starters are usually small and include short, relatively lightweight cables. As the modern engine, including diesels, are designed to start within the first second or two, this is okay. If you need to do extended heavy cranking, the light cables can overheat and are not ideal in this situation. Lithium is also a volatile mineral. and the various batteries are designed with different compounds to improve the safety of using lithium-ion. As with all batteries, they have an overall life and a service life. Overall life is usually between 3 and 7 years. Service life is usually around 500, 1,000 recharges. Lithium-ion batteries use a chemical reaction to charge and discharge. Also, if you haven't used your jump starter for months or years, it doesn't mean the battery will still be new because it hasn't been used. Like all batteries, they will deteriorate over time. While making all the necessary repairs, whether it is jump-starting your car or fixing a flat tire, you may need a kneel pad, gloves, and wet wipes. A kneel pad is made from durable polyester and thick foam. In most cases, the kneeling pad will prevent strain from kneeling, is adaptable for all uncomfortable kneeling jobs, reduces knee pain and lower back stress caused by regular kneeling, is lightweight to carry and has a carrier handle, presents good resistance to oils and chemicals. Now we are going to focus on durable, multi-purpose protective gloves. The best gloves for auto repairs are usually reusable gloves made from durable material like goat skin. These gloves are more resistant to dangers like extreme heat, cuts, water, intense cold, oil, corrosive chemicals. They may not be necessary for lighter tasks, but they are better equipped to keep your hands safe when you need it the most. Tear resistance is one of the most important factors when choosing the best gloves for auto repairs. Latex gloves tear easily on sharp objects and must be discarded afterward. Nitrile gloves are a bit more durable. They are resistant to abrasions and minor cuts, tears, and scratches. Reusable leather PPE automotive gloves are much more difficult to tear and cut, often including additional protective layers of rubber, nylon, and plastic. They can also take significantly more damage before it becomes necessary to replace them. The ability to move hands freely and maintain dexterity is essential for preventing accidents. Thicker materials offer greater protection, but you shouldn't have to sacrifice grip and dexterity for that protection. If you feel their reusable gloves are too cumbersome to work with, you are more likely to choose disposable or less protective gloves. While disposable nitrile gloves can protect you from minor abrasions, scratches, and common corrosives, even the most basic pair of reusable gloves protect you more effectively. Car fixing work can involve many repetitive movements. It is critical to maintain mobility in the wrists and hands to reduce the adverse effects of such repetitive movements. PPE automotive gloves should fit comfortably with a flexible yet firm grip. Wet wipes for your car kit. There are many options to choose from. Overall, the wet wipes should be dermatologically tested and effectively remove dirt and germs. Don't irritate sensitive skin. Consider wipes which are suitable for children if you travel with your family. Food and water should be part of your car kit. Have a bottled water and some non-perishable food. Foods are considered non-perishable if they are canned, dried, preserved, or have had their water removed. For a car, there's one primary food and water combo that works if you are not allergic to gluten, and that's lifeboat rations or MRI food along with pouched water. Those rations are made to handle temperature fluctuations, whether it is hot, cold, freezing, or thawing, and not degrade. There are several brands to choose from, but these type of rations are made for extreme temperatures and being able to thaw, freeze. There are other types non-perishable food which you can include in your kit. Hard candy, dry granola cereal bars, snack crackers, beef jerky, and nuts. The last item on our list is a portable urinal bottle. This gadget is perfect for emergencies on long journeys. Useful during prolonged trips, especially when you travel with young children or elderly passengers. It will give you peace of mind during a lengthy drive. There are several options on the market to choose from. You can get a shrinkable urine bottle, pee funnel, or unisex potty urinal bottle. That's all in today's video from The Last Living Prepper. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos from our channel. Goodbye until next time.